Hello wonderful people of YouTube, so today's video is going to be about things that I dislike about working at a fast food restaurant. Little known fact about me, I actually work at a local fast food restaurant very close to my house, and for the purposes of this video I'm not going to name it because if they find it, I might get into a lot of trouble. And I know it's supposed to be about like a general list of things that I don't like about working at a fast food restaurant, but I feel like it's gonna very quickly turn into a rant about things that I don't like customers doing. So let's just go with it. So let's start off easy. The first thing that I don't like about working at a fast food restaurant is the timer. If the restaurant has a drive-thru, most of the time it's gonna have a timer attached to it because apparently we're supposed to serve customers no more than 150 seconds. I really don't like it because then we're more focused on getting them through the drive-thru as opposed to actually giving them a good service. You're a baller if you can do both of those things, you know, in less than 150 seconds, but not everyone was made to have a job that had so much contact with people as well as, you know, having that sort of pace. So that really bums me out a little bit. Second thing I don't like is the saying that customers are always right. Because they're not. Sometimes when I take a customer's order, then I repeat it back to them to make sure I got it right. They're like, oh yeah, that sounds about right. And then they get their order and they're like, this is not what I ordered. Like, I want to freaking yell at them and be like, you told me exactly what you ordered, I told it to you back, and now you're saying that it's wrong, why didn't you tell me in the first place? And I'm just like, oh my god. And then it's supposedly still my fault. It's my fault that I got it right. And I put everything on the receipt too, and they paid for all of that. And they were happy to pay for it, so... Third thing I don't like is having to tell someone that we're out of a product, like not that we ran out of it, but we don't sell it. I feel like all the restaurants should be equal and we should all have the same products, but that's not usually the case. And something that everyone needs to know is that even though it's the same chain owned by the same like franchisor or franchisee, we don't often have the same products because, you know, we cater to a certain audience in that area, and if that audience doesn't like a certain thing or isn't ordering enough of a certain thing, then we're less inclined to order it to sell. You know, basic economics, what can I do? Supply and demand. The fourth thing that I don't like about working at a fast food restaurant are actually three things that I combine into one huge one because they're all interrelated. Customers talking on their phones. Customers in a hurry. Just plain rude customers. If you're on the phone, especially if you're going through the drive-thru, you know, you're driving and talking on the phone at the same time. First of all, that's illegal. Second of all, you're not concentrated on telling us exactly how you want your order most of the time. So then you say it wrong, we hear it usually correctly, and then do it the way that you told us to, and then you're like, that's not what I ordered. Well, you know, you told us and we made it exactly how you said it, and it's your fault for being on the phone and less focused on ordering what you want. The second type of person that's usually on the phone is a type to pay for their stuff and then not wait for it. You just drop like $10 on a meal and you're not even gonna wait to take it. Well, usually because they forget and then they just drive off because they're yapping on their phones. And then they come back and they're like, you forgot to give me my food. I want to tell them so badly that it's because they're on their phones. And I've had a couple coworkers who've done that, and I just don't like having to argue with people all the time, you know? I don't get paid enough to be that stressed, so I just don't bother. Just hand them the food. Customers in a hurry annoy me too, because it's like, if you know if you're not gonna have time to wait for your food to be done, then why are you coming here in the first place? There's a huge line at the drive-thru and over the counter, and you're still coming inside or through the drive-thru expecting it to be like done in a second. And yes, I understand, you know, we're fast food, but this isn't the kind of restaurant that has everything ready-made. We make food to order, and we make specialty drinks to order, so it takes even like a little bit of time. Even though we do it really quickly, it still takes a little bit of time, and if you're not prepared to wait that certain amount of time, and you're rushing us and like, you know, basically yelling at us to go faster, or you guys are so slow, I've been waiting for like 2 minutes, then why even bother coming? And then there are just plain rude customers, like, just plain rude people. Like, there was one day I was working, and I was working the drive-thru, you know, taking orders and stuff, and then this guy comes and walks over. I don't know what he was angry about, but he was pretty angry about something, and he just walks over and goes, "Do you speak English?" Because clearly none of us there spoke English. Like, who has the audacity to ask things like that? Like, I don't even understand where that comes from. Oh my god. The fifth thing I don't like about this job is that there are people who steal from our tip jar. It's not the same thing as a waitressing job, and I get it, it's just a part-time job at a fast food restaurant, but give us a break. You know, we make minimum wage, and we work pretty hard for that minimum wage. You know, it's nice to get a little something extra, and you're just gonna take like $1 out because you think it's like take a penny, leave a penny. It's just plain wrong. I feel violated. And the last thing that I don't like about working at a fast food restaurant, it's kind of funny, but it's a problem that I have. You get fat and really unhealthy off of the food. If you're anything like me and can't resist the temptation of eating or drinking anything from, you know, from there, because it's pretty much free food, you know, because they throw it out every night anyway, whatever they don't sell. And I've been working at this place for a little over 1.5 years now, and it's just like, it's just not attractive anymore. Like, you know, here, it's just so hard to shake because it's right there and you can't help but eat it because you get hungry during your shift. And that's pretty much all that I don't like about my job, and I'm pretty sure I could think of more if I really tried. But I mean, overall, it's a pretty nice job. You know, I make money doing something part-time, you know, it's just for a little pocket change, so it's not even like, I hate it, I want to quit kind of thing. It's just stuff that bothers me. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe for more content. I will try to put one once a week, but again, I do attend college or university, and classes are taking a toll on me. Just a little bit though, because again, I'm a genius. But yeah, if you enjoyed, please comment, like, subscribe, everything and anything that you can click on, except the dislike button. Please don't click that, please. And I'll see you guys next time. Reminds me of how I